Yeah. North American Video is one of our sponsors. They let me rent free movies so I can, do recommendations and movie reviews. And just very quickly, I'm just going to say I avoided it for the longest time because it was a mainstream thriller, Carol, right? It's a mainstream thriller. You know it's going to be predictable. You know it's going to, I'm hesitant to waste my time on a mainstream thriller. But okay, I wasn't feeling good. I'm like, got to clean the house. I'm like, all right, whatever. I've got a couple hours. I pop in. It's actually about an hour and a half. I popped in Limitless. I got Limitless out because I like movies about drugs. It's a pretty damn good movie about drugs.
Yeah, we saw it.
You saw it? Did you like it?
Yeah, we liked it.
Carol and her girlfriend liked it too. I was surprised how much I liked it. The way they handle the drug effects with the special effects and that zooming thing that they do, and the letters falling down off the ceiling when he's writing on this drug that enhances his abilities amazingly. How about wish fulfillment for writers on that, right? The writer of that movie. Oh, look at this! But the way they handle the drug stuff is great. And I thought Robert De Niro was the best I'd seen him in years. Best I'd seen Robert De Niro in years. He plays this kind of conniving corporate greedhead. Anyway, it's pretty damn good, and it moves like that, and it keeps on changing. And I thought the ending was just a little disappointing, Carol. Just a little too pat. But it's a great ride, and out of all the mainstream movies you're going to watch this year, Limitless will be in your top 10, guaranteed. So thanks to North American Video for letting me rent this stuff for free, and I will just pass on to you, courtesy of them, that if you haven't watched Limitless yet, it's pretty damn good mainstream thriller. All right, so what do we got up, what do we have on, oh yeah. Obama today, there was all this stuff in the paper about how Obama's now doing a new thing where he's now talking about Obama sounds a populist call. Did you see this, Carol? In the Obama sounds a populist call on the GOP turf. He's now saying, and Charles Schumer, who's like one of the big recipients of financial industry money and was a major mover to repeal the Glass-Steagall Act that kept banks from acting like investment, banks and mortgage brokers from acting as one. I think I've got that right. I'm sorry, it's the end of the show. But the Glass-Steagall Act put a separation between, was it the mortgage brokers and the investment, or the banks and the, I can't believe I'm messing this up. I wrote it down, I thought about it long and hard. All right, anyway, the point is, reinstating the Glass-Steagall Act would put a wall between the banks and the investment banks and the mortgage arm, right? Okay? I think that's right. That would prevent them from doing, I can't believe I'm messing that up, that would prevent them from doing again what they did to us before, a little bit more. And Charles Schumer was one of the main people who was against that, is against reinstating that. But here's the thing. Charles Schumer's like, we're going to focus like a laser on income equality, he says. And Obama's now in Republican territory, talking the Occupy game, right? It's all just words to them, though. When Obama had a chance to do something, like keep Elizabeth Warren and fight for Elizabeth Warren as the head of the Consumer Protection Affairs Bureau Board, whatever thing that she created, and said, look, we need to have a watchdog on these banks.
2 minutes.
What did Obama do? He didn't fight for Elizabeth Warren and shoved her aside and let the Republicans choose somebody that was amenable, chose somebody that the Republicans would like and the banks would like. Elizabeth Warren is the person who's seriously fighting. She's running for Senate now in Massachusetts against Scott Brown. And the latest news is she flubbed an answer on the Red Sox. Oh, please. She's the only one out there right now at that level fighting for middle-class consumers and middle-class taxpayers. She's the only one.
And she's not a career politician.
She's not a career politician, Carol says. And what did Obama do? He shoved her to the side at the first hint of trouble. He didn't want to expend political capital on her. Why? Because he's got Tim Geithner and Larry Summers in both ears. Who do you think Tim Geithner, this is the people Obama appointed, Tim Geithner and Larry Summers, who do you think they prefer in the Scott Brown versus Elizabeth Warren Senate race? They want Scott Brown. They don't want to see Elizabeth Warren in the Senate. And these are the guys that have Obama's ear. And so Obama's now talking a good game because his politician, poll people are telling him he needs to. start talking about income equality. But at every step of the game, when push comes to shove, he has done the exact opposite thing of what would help reduce income equality in the United States. The opposite. So how do you think about it? Well, the Republicans are worse, but don't believe the hype. Don't let Obama fool you again. He doesn't believe it at all, or if he does believe it, he's a delusional fool. They're just talking a good game. We have to put the pressure, increase the pressure.